boy, oh boy, we've got a lot of recruits coming to campus this week. And thankfully, you don't have me reporting on it. You have senior recruiting analyst for Warchant.com, Michael Langston, who has compiled the names. And Michael, we're up over triple digits for visitors this weekend. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what we're expecting. Now the list we gave is not 100, but the total when it found it out, it will be over 100.
Wow, that's unbelievable. So, folks, this is not going to be like a graduation ceremony of Florida State. With all due respect to Professor Ziegler at Florida State, we're not going to read off every single name. You can go to warchant.com and the Premium Recruiting Board for more in-depth information of everybody that's going to be on campus. But, Michael, I mean, you said it this week a bunch that you think that this could be the most star-studded recruiting weekend you have ever seen. And you know what? 2 head coaches ago, Florida State did pretty good in this department, Michael. So who are those headliners that are coming in for this mega recruiting weekend? Florida State hosting the Miami Hurricanes.
Whew, man. I'll first preface this because I'm not going to mention him so too much. Luke Cromahawk will not be there because his team is playing in the playoffs on Saturday. He's not really happy about it. In fact, Luke told me it was a story where he tried to get the AD to move the game. So he could go to the Florida State Miami game. But I'll go through this list as briefly as I can, guys. Like I said, we're not going to go through every single one of them. I'm going to start with the running backs because that's kind of the group I think is pretty strong. The commits will be there, Makai Danzy, Cam Davis. I won't cover them too much. Osman Chromo is a top running back target. I feel FSU's in really good shape there. FSU's also getting 4-star Donovan Johnson, 2025 running back that they like a lot. This is his first visit, I think, since the spring. So it's a big visit. IMG Academy running back. And then they're also hosting DeAndre, I want to say his name's right, DeSenor. So if I messed up your name, DeAndre, I'm so sorry. But he's a 2025 4-star running back. He's out of American Heritage, where Patrick Surtain used to coach at. So certainly, I'm sure there's some ties there. And then moving down the list, about Landon Thomas, FSU commit, tight end. He's visiting again. And then the guy to remember, this guy, I'm telling you, he is going to be a freak. Keandre Harrison, tight end, 4-star. He's 2026, and I think he might be even better than Landon. So that's a guy to certainly watch. And then at receiver, we get really loaded here, Tom. 5-star plus wide receiver Jeremiah Smith. That's a big one. That's one of their biggest targets for the whole weekend. Cam Coleman, 5-star, committed to Jimbo and A&M. He will also be there. There's several another 5-star Alabama commit 2025. Jamie French is also going to be there. Dalen McClutchin from Texas, coming all the way from Texas on his free dime to get over here to watch FSU. 4-star Dalen McClutchin, 4-star wide receiver, Oregon commit Dallas Wilson out of Tampa is also going to be there. I could go on for days on these wide receivers, and then you have some talented group of offensive linemen coming in. 5-star offensive lineman David Sanders, 2025. He will also be there. Zaire Addison, who I think is commit watch guy to watch, he's going to be there as well. And then you move over the trenches. Armando Blunt, the newly committed 5-star, is going to be there. Justice Terry, passing on going to Georgia, even though he's committed to Georgia, 4-star defensive lineman, he will also be there. And you also have Myron Charles in the 2025 class. He's a 4-star. He will be there. Jared Smith, defensive end, 2025 4-star, will be there. And then the linebacker, love them, Tom. They got to have some linebackers.
Yeah.
5-star linebacker, Zayden Walker will be there. And then the guy I mentioned, if you were on War Chant late last night, I'm talking about 3 a.m. in the morning, that I posted something about what to expect this week. Linebacker, 4-star linebacker, Jaden Smith for the 2024 class. He is a Michigan commit. He is going to be on campus this weekend. Watch him, guys. I think there could be a flip watch alert there to watch for him. That he's certainly a guy to keep an eye on. And then we went over the DBs. Not going to mention the commits. You already know they're going to be there. But there's a lot of talent. 5-star safety, the number 1 safety in the country for the 2025 class, DJ Pickett, is going to be there. 5-star DB, one of the best corners in the whole country. Nassim Alford is going to be there for the 2025 class. You know about Jamari Howard. We've covered him. 4-star defensive back Wardell Mack, a Florida Gator commit, passing on going to see LSU and Florida, which are supposedly the 2 teams that are trending in this recruitment, even though he's committed to Florida. He's coming all the way to Tallahassee. Another flip candidate, Kai Bates, 4-star defensive back, 2024 class. He will also be there. He's committed to LSU, but FSU I'd be surprised if he ends up in the LSU class just going into this visit. Tennessee and FSU and Texas A&M and even LSU have been teams that I've heard a lot. Not to leave them out, kickers. Jake Weinberg, the FSU commit, top kicker in the country, will also be on campus. And I've heard, Tom, there could be a few more surprises that I don't even have listed that are on there that could show up that I think FSU wants to keep quiet because either committed to another school or they don't want to tip off that they're coming. So those are there's going to be more than just what we have on there.
Michael, okay, here's an oddball question. It'll make sense, at least to me it does. So tell me if it doesn't. But does Florida State, do they get a bit of a break? I know that primetime kicks are better for an atmosphere. Do not get me wrong. Mm-hmm. But having a 3:30 kick instead of a 7:30 kick, is there a benefit to the staff there that they have more time when the game is over, they've broken down the locker room, they've done their media stuff, that they can spend more time with all of these kids that are on campus before it gets way too late or into the wee hours of the morning?
Absolutely, it does. It's a good question to ask. I thought it was going to be something crazy like what Aslan asked me, but no, it was actually good. It actually fits the recruiting. The recruiting timeline you want is 3:30. That's the best time because kids will get there around 12. They can do all the visit stuff, can do the stuff, and then you have time to meet with the staff a little longer than what you would do if you say you had a 7:30 or 8 game where you got so many guys lined up, they're tired, and it's just you get more juice out of it because guys are engaged, and certainly if you win, it's even more exciting. So I think it's definitely the perfect time for a recruit visit. If you're maybe not a perfect time for media or other people, but from a recruiting standpoint, it's the perfect time to host a big weekend like this.
It's the perfect time to sign up at warchant.com as well. 50% off an annual subscription for brand new members. If you're a new subscriber, we're doing it through this weekend in honor of the Florida State rivalry matchup. I won't even say who the heck they're playing because I don't like them either. We like Florida State commitments. That's what we like. And we like when you're committed to warchant.com and following all the coverage from our own Michael Langston, the coverage of Florida State football as a whole. That's the side of the operation I'm typically on. But we would be honored if you would give us a shot at 50% off for the year. This is one of the biggest recruiting weekends in Florida State history, simply put. So if you want to check out more information, the blow-by-blow, commit watch, flip watch, all that kind of stuff, the real-time updates, they don't happen here on the channel. We get you the updates, but they don't happen in real time like they do on the premium recruiting board on warchant.com. So there are dozens more of players that are going to be here on campus and some surprises along the way too. Michael Langston is about to go put on a gallon of coffee, not a pot of coffee, a gallon of coffee and heat it up for the weekend. Maybe a little bit of energy drink here or there as well. Thank you very much, Michael. We look forward to your coverage over the weekend. For Michael, I'm Tom. This is Warchant TV. Hit the like button on the way out. We are going to be busy this weekend.